that says President fell off. Fell off as I was walking down from the podium. So, if anything, I hope I've gotten the association to run a little more efficiently and automatic, and I think that was one example. They told me it would go fast, and they were not kidding. It's been like a freight train. It seems as though it were just yesterday that I walked through, well, not those doors, but the doors in Cancun, with my beautiful wife, Kate, and our 3-month-old daughter, Ruby. And that was 2 years ago, but it feels like yesterday. Ruby is now a big sister to our, just 3 weeks after our daughter Vivian was born, and Kate, like a trooper today, somehow made it up to Boston. Made it up to Boston to join me on the dais tonight. Kate, I love you so much, and I could not have done this without your unfettered support throughout the last 2 years. Not only your support, but your tolerance, and I want to take it upon myself to apologize in front of everybody today for wanting to go to a chapter meeting in Minneapolis 4 days before Vivian was born. It was not really a good idea. I thought it was at the time, but send them. Well, they not only told me that it was going to go by fast, but they told me not to try to do it all alone. And that was a no-brainer, because from day one, I had a spectacular team of volunteers standing at the ready to help me. These men and women, your MDNA Board of Directors, have unparalleled selfless drive to serve this association, and for that, not only I, but we should all be grateful, and there's many of them in the room tonight. All of you, I thank you so much. And while I can't help but come away with the feeling that I could have done more, I believe we've achieved many things to be proud of, and that MDNA is in a good place right now. Today we are fully engaged in the use of electronic tools like social media, webinars, business blogs, video marketing, and other tools to communicate within and outside of our association. We recently deployed our Premier Vendor Program with great success, giving our members better access to trusted industry partners that support our businesses. Our last two conventions and Weekend with the Pros have brought the highest number of attendees in years, and we continue to give back to the community with our MDNA Action Day, and our scholarship fund has hit a record level, providing MDNA member children with ever greater educational opportunities. In addition, the Abbott to Apollo Chapter Challenge has provided for some great smackdown chapter rivalries, and our subsidiaries, Locator and AMBA, are providing our members with the latest educational and business tools to help their businesses. And finally, we are forging stronger relationships with our EAMTN members from across the pond. I like to say that. To my officers, Ron, Kim, Joe, and Charlie, and Ryan, I salute you. I couldn't have asked for a better team. If I were the handsome face of MDNA, you were all my backbone, and your support was immeasurable. The same goes for my presidential appointees, all of whom I've had to lean on at one time or another. I want to single out my friend Michael Feinstein, who until today was our immediate past president. Michael, if you had any thoughts about going off into the sunset, I was not going to let that happen. I needed you, and I appreciate all the time and effort that you spent in guiding me through the last 2 years. There aren't enough words to express my appreciation for all of your help. I want to take a moment to address our Executive Vice President. Where's Mark? I never know where he is. Out there somewhere. There he is. inside joke. Mark, I don't know anyone who gets pulled in more directions and has to wear as many hats as you do. And it's usually me that's making you wear the silly hats. But I've always been able to count on you for the late night phone calls, the weekend phone calls, and to carry out the craziest idea that I might come up with at any time. We make a great team, and without you and your staff, none of anything that I've accomplished, or that we've accomplished in the last 2 years could have been possible. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are a tireless soldier and dedicated to the cause, and I want everybody to know that. It was maybe 15 years ago that my brother Terry encouraged me to get involved in MDNA. And that started me on a journey from chapter officer to board rep to MDNA officer, which tonight is the culmination. To my team at home, my prestige team, Terry, Lisa, and Frank, who are here tonight, without your support, that journey never could have happened. And finally, to our membership, it has been an honor and a privilege to serve you. And I thank you for allowing me to be every bit the president that I had hoped to be. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I appreciated the warm hospitality that was shown to me during my chapter visits, as well as the letters of encouragement and phone calls during some of the more trying times of my presidency. I hope I've been worthy and that the association is better for it. At the very least, I hope that I've helped lay down some cornerstones for the future. And one final appeal to membership. I firmly believe that our industry is in the midst of many changes, and MDNA must adapt. I urge you to consider this as we go forward. And this is nice. I left the last page of my speech at home. I hope this isn't the first. Mark, call the hotel. There's one last presidential act, please. Well, here's the deal. It doesn't matter. I don't need the last page because, fortunately, it's all about Ron. It's all about Ron. And I've said this a few times during the last few days, so I'll say it again. You know, Ron is not just a colleague. He's not just my first vice president, or not was. I'm sorry, I should be speaking in the past tense. Not was my first vice president. He's been a pal, a friend, an all-around great guy, and he's been there. His shoulders have been there for me when I needed him at any time in the last 2 years. And you know, it's not that I needed to see him grow into this position. He was ready for it. He's been president of Locator. He's been chapter officer. He's been board rep. You've worn more hats than, you know, probably most people in this association. Whatever I might have passed down from you, of course not through me, but through all the talent that has been in our boardroom, you're going to take that and you're going to do it 1,000 times better. I personally am not concerned at all, that you will be doing an amazing job in the next 2 years. You are a natural leader. I've been blessed to know you on and off the field. And it's just going to be a great one, and I hope you've had as much fun as I've had in the last 2 years.